St. Patrick's Day Traditions. St. Patrick's Day is a holiday known for parades, shamrocks and all things Irish. From leprechauns to the color green, find out how symbols we now associate with St. Patrick's Day came to be, and learn about a few that are purely American invention. Contents: the shamrock, Irish music, the snake, corned beef, the leprechaun, the shamrock, which was also called the azimroy by the Celts, was a sacred plant in ancient Ireland because it symbolized the rebirth of spring. By the 17th century, the shamrock had become a symbol of emerging Irish nationalism, as the English began to seize Irish land and make laws against the use of the Irish language and the practice of Catholicism. Many Irish began to wear the shamrock as a symbol of their pride in their heritage and their displeasure with English rule. Did you know? The color traditionally associated with St. Patrick was blue, not green. Irish music is often associated with St. Patrick's Day and Irish culture in general. From ancient days of the Celts, music has always been an important part of Irish life. The Celts had an oral culture, where religion, legend and history were passed from one generation to the next by way of stories and songs. After being conquered by the English, and forbidden to speak their own language, the Irish, like other oppressed peoples, turned to music to help them remember important events and hold on to their heritage and history. As it often stirred emotion and helped to galvanize people, music was outlawed by the English. During her reign, Queen Elizabeth I even decreed that all artists and pipers were to be arrested and hanged on the spot. Today, traditional Irish bands like the Chieftains, the Clancy Brothers and Tommy Makem are gaining worldwide popularity. Their music is produced with instruments that have been used for centuries, including the fiddle, the uilleann pipes, a sort of elaborate bagpipe, the tin whistle, a sort of flute that is actually made of nickel, silver, brass or aluminum, and the bodhran, an ancient type of frame metrum that was traditionally used in warfare rather than music. The snake. It has long been recounted that, during his mission in Ireland, St. Patrick once stood on a hilltop, which is now called Croagh, and with only a wooden staff by his side, banished all the snakes from Ireland. In fact, the island nation was never home to any snakes. The banishing of the snakes was really a metaphor for the eradication of pagan ideology from Ireland and the triumph of Christianity. Within 200 years of Patrick's arrival, Ireland was completely Christianized. Corned beef. Each year, thousands of Irish Americans gather with their loved ones on St. Patrick's Day to share a traditional meal of corned beef and cabbage. Though cabbage has long been an Irish food, corned beef only began to be associated with St. Patrick's Day at the turn of the century. Irish immigrants living on New York City's Lower East Side substituted corned beef for their traditional dish of Irish bacon to save money. They learned about the cheaper alternative from their Jewish neighbors. The leprechaun. The original Irish name for these figures of folklore is Elaberson, meaning a small-bodied fellow. Belief in leprechauns probably stems from Celtic belief in fairies, tiny men and women who could use their magical powers to serve good or evil. In Celtic folktales, leprechauns were cranky souls, responsible for mending the shoes of the other fairies. Though only minor figures in Celtic folklore, leprechauns were known for their trickery, which they often used to protect their much-fabled treasure. Access hundreds of hours of historical video, commercial-free, with History Vault. Start your free trial today.